if you see this slide, there is a word geography, there is a word called geospatial, word computing, sequential, parallel processing, spatial planning. Now, these words which are there has lot of meaning in this one. You must have heard about a, what you call in computing parallel processing. Do you know what is parallel processing? Computer science student? What is parallel processing?
To run many process simultaneously at the time.
What the actually geography by default.
By using multiple ALUs in a
See,
process.
this is what computer science student will say. But geography by default is a platform in analog form, which is a platform for parallel processing. With a piece of geography, multiple man-made natural events features interact simultaneously. Along a road, traffic, rainfall, accident, crime, speed, everything. If you parameterize them with on map on the road, what are the events and activities are happening simultaneously? So this is what geography or geospatial gives you a benefit as a core foundation. That's why we call it a science of where. Whereas traditionally computing is sequential. So most of the processes happen sequential. But with new emerging technology, with supercomputing, now in next 5-10 years you will have quantum computing. What is happening? There are real-time data systems. So you can get data capturing platform, IoTs, sensors, drone, mobile, lidar. So you get real-time data of a event or a feature on Earth with location, and you have to put it. See, गूगल मैप पे आपको ट्रैफिक कितना है इस रास्ते में रियल टाइम पता लगता है. So it is based on mobile density, it is giving that information. So a lot of real time information is getting cached on cloud from multiple sources. So in a way parallel processing. So then you have at top of it you are having an analytical platform, big data, AI, ML, with real-time data flowing, getting integrated at top of map, and then you do the forecasting. So ultimately, geography is a science of where, data capturing platform is science of when, and ML, AI is science of what and how. So an entire ecosystem of digital platform and e-governance, from science of where to science of what you call predictivity of when and how it will happen and giving the decision systems, is that is what the ecosystem we are trying to address. So today, in last 25 years, the digital transformation from data entry to creating a value-added product and creating a value chain which gets constantly updated, that framework you are building now. So this is, and spatial planning is deals with location-specific planning, with which is multi-layer, real-time, static, all kind of data sets integrated together for specific issues, for specific problems. You try to give location as a solution, a location-based solution. Today, in even cybersecurity software, there is a geolocation connector to know from which IP, from which location, from which country a particular software got hacked. So there is a geolocation connector even in your network operation centers in for cybersecurity. So this is what location is going to be part and parcel of every application. You cannot go without it. So this is also not digital transformation. I am not going for application immediately because if you understand these are the generic concepts as a student, these are the concepts which will give you in market what kind of skills and how you should look into the current situation technology conditions in the market which will help you in growing. See, component of digital transformation. These are the stages which are explained. Digitalization, digital transformation. This is the value chain of last 30, 40 years. When I started my career in late 80s, early 90s, we were at the stage of digitization, conversion of data. Lot of demand for data entry, map scanning, document scanning, say generating a report, टेबल है उसको कंप्यूटर में डालो, डेटाबेस में डालो, एक रिपोर्ट जनरेट करो. That we used to call it a computerization. So that was the say between say 85 to say early 90s we can talk about. That time geospatial GIS remote sensing was not a mainstream item. Most of the data products were paper maps, largely visual interpretation of satellite imagery. In morning, visual interpretation has been talked about it. So there is no even computing hardware of GIS was proprietary, data was the proprietary. Around 95, we started something on how to make data and data services processable. Client server architecture, Windows आया, internet की बात शुरू हुई mid 95. We started talking how multiple systems can talk to each other. So we started moving from digitization to digitalization. Initially, web page design, home page design, HTML page design, all those things. We started visualizing data on home page. That is what sometime 95 to 2000, that stage, and then client server systems, those things has happened. Early 2000, the web GIS or internet GIS has started coming. Then the process part got pushed. In mid 2005 around, how to integrate data from multiple sources, Survey of India का data है, Isro का data है, Rajasthan General का data है, उनका standardization, creating unique ID. All projects of e-governance should use for same codes for state, district, village boundaries. So that kind of standard, so that two systems can talk to each other. Every feature on map, whether it's a power asset, whether it's a road asset, should have a unique ID. Or your MIS system should also have in your database structure same IDs, master tables. So database structures of your MIS database should talk to GIS database. So all this as a part of process of digitalization started happening. This has impact on database technology, how to store tabular data as well as map data. Oracle, DB2, ArcGIS, all those things, they started coming. Can we store map data also as a object, a blob, जिसको बोलते थे. So database technology में to store image data or vector data of map, this started coming. After 2005, integration of map, creating mosaic of entire country as a single map by joining all Survey of India topographic map, all images of all areas of the country as a single image. All that started happening at MIC. And then we started value adding that data, updating that data as a process. See, if I have a water body on a map, water body characteristics, its location I started updating with the help of mobile app, field people, real time. So those things started coming. Around 2008, Google came and concept of crowdsourcing came. आप अपने Google मैप पे जाकर के अपने घर का नाम लिख देते हैं. That is what voluntary data collection system. So you started asking public citizens, business कि भाई ये मैप दिखा रहा हूँ मैं आपको, इसमें आप अपना डेटा वैल्यू ऐड करिए. वो प्रोसेस शुरू हो गया यानी voluntary, irrespective of accuracies. Around 2009, Google Map came. Then navigational services boom came, like you want to go from one place to other place. Zomato, Swiggy, all those things started coming. Bhuvan, Isro, I believe, next lecture around 2009-10 for natural resource mapping started coming. And from 2010 onward, how many people are knows web services, API, web-based services, API-based services to interoperate heterogeneous systems as a single window system that started emerging as a technology. So irrespective of technology stack of system A, system B, they can talk to each other with proper API standard to websites.
Web service.
So if there are common standard bus is created, you can integrate, say if all systems are using state district same code, I can make web service of one system to be integrated with other systems. So we started giving map as a service, map as an API, database as an API. So that is what moving from digitalization process to digital transformation. So as a part of process, by integrating systems, you are creating a value chain of creating value at top of various. That is what public platform, public digital platform. So today we are going for enterprise digital transformation system as public delivery platform. So this is what this component is irrespective of what you call GIS data, non-GIS data, weather data. These components of digital transformation are valid for all kinds of systems. These are the objectives for digital transformation. Improve customer experience. When I talk about adding business value, what is the meaning of improve customer experience?
User acceptance.
User acceptance is one part. What about UI UX?
The user interface, friendly
User interface, user experience. Now there is a huge demand in market for UI UX expert. UX expert is not only designing the screen and all that, it also deals in terms of map, the symbology of map, infographic of map, animation, and so many other aspects. So there is a skill set demand and people demand from computer science a experts, developer who can give improved customer experience. That will add value to your digitalization to move it to business process. Second is computing infrastructure. Now, since multiple data sets from multiple sources is going to talk to each other, will be data explosion. You have a very high accessibility, high availability, cloud-based computing infrastructure. So sizing of infrastructure, its dimensions, how it can sustain for next 5 years or 10 years, that is computing infrastructure. Third is internal collaboration. Internal collaboration means जो भी stakeholders हैं, from data side, from decision maker science, there has to be a collaboration and you must have proper assessment of requirement of each stakeholder. What decision maker needs, what a citizen needs, what a business fellow needs, what a student needs. So everything, that is what internal collaboration. Finally, content accessibility. How you make content regularly updated as a part of process, quality checks. So content accessibility with good quality assurance is another thing. So this is what the objective of digital transformation. So in digital transformation, recollection of data may not happen. It may be part of process. Regularly get updated by various stakeholders. Each stakeholder gives certain things, takes certain services, and in that process, he further value add. So this is what the whole game. Building blocks of digital operational backbone in terms of infrastructure efficiency, shared customer insights. So you build insights of data. I will tell you one thing. Like for example, there are wealth consultants. He comes to me and guide me कि आप कहाँ कहाँ इन्वेस्ट करें और कहाँ आपको कैपिटल गेन होगा, कहाँ आपको टैक्स सेविंग होगी, and he will guide you कि भाई I will give you all insights of your data, create your specific logins, but at the back end he integrates certain protocols with every bank and insurance agency to get their APIs to generate the insight sheet. So through this collaboration, if you are going to be entrepreneur, you can find and you want to be a fintech expert and you want to give fintech services to as an entrepreneur to your clientele. At the back end, you have to have a certain policies and protocols to get engaged with service providers, and you generate insight out of it and give consultancy and guidance from it. So that is one example. But shared customer insights is that meaning. Then digital platform, business technology and data components. So this is each one has a some kind of technology stack. So technology stack means say MIS will have a technology stack, GIS will have a technology stack, data processing component will have it. How they can talk to each other. This is what the highly skilled requirement. If somebody is developing an MIS with Postgre backend, Angular JS as the front end, how Postgre database and Angular this front end can talk to a GIS stack, maybe a QGIS open source or RGIS proprietary. So you have to have a understanding of Angular JS library, which can perform the spatial function to overlay map, to do the proximity analysis, mapping analysis. So that skill set, when you want to integrate various stacks say, on a digital platform. Our accountability framework means accountability. This is all process driven. You will define roles, responsibilities in the framework. Each stakeholder has to be well defined roles, responsibility, and well defined accountability process procedures. Finally, external developer platform. I have NIC has a woman BharatNet platform, and I want to have a services from data developer platforms like say Bhuvan is there, Bhoonidhi is there from Isro, and many other. So exchange, collaboration with say external developer platform for my request. You are creating a platform for as a wealth consultant. So external develop HDFC will have its own platform. ICICI Bank will have its own platform. How you can create that collaboration. So this is what building blocks of digital transformation. So this is again an example what I have talked about. Digitization to digitalization. First is we have done mechanization, water, power, steam power. So that is first stage. Then we have gone for mass production, assembly line, electricity. Third, we have gone for computer-based automation. Then we have gone to cyber physical system. Today, if you talk about electrical network, each device is IoT driven, IP driven devices which send me machine to machine data. So we have mechanized power generation, gone for assembly line and mass production. Then we have gone to set up IoT network for power, measuring energy meters, smart meters to get real-time consumption data. And then we have created a cyber physical system. Cyber security becomes an important part because critical infrastructure, every device in your infrastructure, whether it is a water supply network, power network, each device is hackable. So cyber physical system is that.
अजय इधर इधर पॉइंटर इधर
Next. These are the technology factors in should be used like big data, Internet of Things, AI, deep learning, augmented reality, along with GIs. So Geo IoT, Geo AI, Geo big data, Geo what you call them, BIM, Building Information
अब ये
Management,
टॉपिक चला गया
extension
जियो
of
से
CAD.
रिलेटेड देखना तो आगे
So this is what the technology structures.
अब बीटेक जियो में शुरू हो जाएगा देखना तुम
This
तो
is what
अभी खाली
artificial
एआई आया
intelligence,
अब जियो
machine
एआई चलेगा
language, and
देखना
map making.
थोड़े
All
दिनों
these processes which are mentioned, deep learning, reinforcement learning,
बीटेक एआई डीप
supervised,
लर्निंग ये
unsupervised
अब
learning,
जियो लग
they
जाएगा
were already there as part of image processing systems. Any image interpretation, 30 years back, when we used to interpret the image digitally, maybe in desktop, we used to define training sets. We used to do for feature extraction, supervised, unsupervised classification. But when we used to process digitally, it used to be get processed in batch. एक job को 15 दिन 20 दिन. So now computing power has grown, storage, cloud storage has grown. The thing which used to be earlier used to happen using same algorithm, now it has happened in real time. So now various satellite imagery data provider, they are giving you ready to use imagery, properly georeference authenticated with AI/ML tool to extract water bodies and light features. So this is what the change is happening because of more bandwidth, more computing power, more networking. The knowledge of physics of electromagnetic theory or signal processing or digital image processing is there since electronics communication बहुत लोग वालों ने electromagnetic theory पढ़ी होगी and all kind of filters, cleaning of the noise of different kind, they must have read all those systems. This is all process earth observation like weakly supervised, semi-supervised, active learning, transfer learning, and self-supervised classification. So now you are getting real-time image for with all these classification systems with deep learning algorithms. These are the subject areas. In each one of these areas, now specific applications. I'm not going in much detail, but AI, ML, and industry for geology, for infrastructure, for urban development, for finance, fintech. There is a startup company called SetSure. They are creating mortgage product, insurance product used by banks using Earth observation data. Crop vulnerability, crop insurance. So they are creating product used by ICICI Bank, how to decide insurance cover based on vulnerability of house, plot, property. So that is what integration of Earth observation with fintech is happening. So if anybody of you, particularly computer science people, are interested in going to fintech, so there is going to be strong geo-enabled AI ML driven Earth observation platform integration requirement in coming time. Ecology, environment, and its impact, that is another area. These are the benefits of AI: improved monitoring, better quality, better talent management, customer services, productivity, and all these are the. This is one point, Earth observation stack. I am showing you because there is a requirement of cloud-based infrastructure for Earth observation, so that you can get, because now so many of satellites are floating around. Even Isro has launched 104 satellites of planet in one shot, and planet has around 300 satellites constellating continuously, and they are streaming Earth observation data real time, which can be accessed from their platform with all AI/ML tool for feature extraction on every day you can get entire globe data. So Earth observation platform is the need of hour for India also, and already maybe in next lecture there is a Bhunidhi platform Isro is trying to build on that line. But that's why there are three parts of it. If you see data as a platform, data as a service, means your satellite platform. Now there is a three or four kind of R&D and development research is happening. At satellite level, there is a work on hardware side to create convergent payloads, converging communication satellites, Earth observation satellites, and maybe a weather satellite, so that for satellite on board, empowering the infrastructure on board, satellite as a service on board to process the data so that ready to use data can be streamed. Then satellite internet bandwidth facilitate downstreaming of the data real time on cloud infrastructure. So enhancing the cloud infrastructure so that it can straight away be put into applications. Now that is what first component, data as a service, platform as a service. Platform may ready to use tools as a service will be made up. Third is what you call insight as a service. So value-added analytical insights, AI ML tool at top of it. And there are various companies working on each of these aspects. A lot of startups are working on this. So you think about it, and let me tell you one thing, computer science, civil engineers, they have to work together. And I suggest one thing, this I have suggested in KIT also, you have such a huge campus. You can create a large scale base map of this campus as a prototype, create a mapping platform of your campus, get image data from Isro, whatever development support is needed, we can advise also. And that platform, that service is made available to academician here and student to create application on top. Say, solid waste management in campus, सीवेज लाइन मैनेजमेंट इन दिस कैंपस, आपकी जो डस्टबिन्स हैं उनकी लोकेशन, जो टैगिंग, so you can identify application which is relevant to urban and village planning, taking this TMU campus as a area of interest to work on, and create a web platform. Somebody should develop on creating a web GIS of it. Somebody should work on AI ML aspect and getting value of it. So create a development environment to bring students, academicians of different subject domains on a common framework to collaborate and do research and do the development. Somebody will work on Python code. Somebody will work integration of MIS data with GIS data. So each of these aspects, somebody will work on UI UX. So that kind of environment, if you can create within your campus, you can create a microcosm of larger system within your campus. So this is what, and how services within your campus, your residential colony services, like you do services of municipal services. So all those services can be identified, can be engineered at top of it. Geo IoT for monitoring of water supply network, different kind of sensors, air quality, water quality, and so many things. This is very important. I am going to leave this set of slides. These are the 10 technology trends which is going to impact the market, job requirement, and skills in coming times. This is taken from McKinsey report. Starting from number 1, computing infrastructure, applied AI, green energy, and so many things. So this 10 commandments, I will say, it can be shared with all the participants here. These are the, and TMU can look into how these aspects can be covered in your course curriculum and syllabus. So that is, now whatever the applications and initiatives, NIC has digital infrastructure connecting all districts with high-speed network, 1800 plus video conferencing node, and data centers across the country, around major 5 data centers, and every state has a data center for creating an e-governance backbone for entire country. These are the digitization initiatives. We have a cloud platform called Bharat through Meghraj, giving services to 1100 ministries, large number of projects, departments, providing uh, state-of-the-art infrastructure and services. Multi-layer GIS platform at multi-level scales to cover various users. Bharat Maps is in place. Bharatmaps.gov.in. One can see yourself. You can see your Moradabad district, whatever the block this area falls. You can see all that. This is what we have built. There are 32 maps as a service. I can give you API of Moradabad district, blocks, sub-district, village boundary and Gram Panchayat boundary if you want to consume in your application. If somebody is interested, I can give you the API and create an application and get certain data, the MIS data, how you can join and create a thematic map or service. So self-service portal, if you have a table, maybe in JSON format, you can upload and you can generate a thematic map. If you have in your JSON file, maybe district-wise, against a district code, population density, village-wise population density, you can create without downloading a thematic map online. Then there are various templates for application development. Bharatmaps.gov.in is a national portal. For each state, stategisportal.nic.in is for UP, there is a separate portal like that. On that BharatMap platform, large number of applications for different users like telecom, Gram Panchayat, schools, Swamitva scheme for drone survey has been created and developed. Various base map services up to 10,000 scale, 10,000 scale street map, 50,000 scale 20-meter contour, relief map of entire country. So all those base map services you can see and visualize and use it. Data came from multiple sources from Survey of India, Isro, RGI, and various ministries and departments, and we have integrated as a common platform around common standards. This is an important slide in context of digital transformation and exchange. We are talking about cloud ICT, cloud-based, then cyber security framework, spatial difference framework to georeference maps, then heterogeneous systems. So map as a service will be exchanged across multiple domains. So same map will be utilized by all applications. Some of the examples are listed here. So this is what cloud-based high-speed infrastructure for delivery of services NIC has established. Some of them, this is a snapshot of BharatMap. Telecom framework, country का जो भी optical fiber network है to connect panchayats, including as-built drawings along the right of the way created by say L&T and different companies are mapped. And to map that, to capture that real-time routes of fiber, the mobile app web platform has been given even to industry, to DOT and various stakeholders. The system gets connected to third-party software also to real-time data for fault diagnostic. If some equipment asset gets down, automatically on their network operation center on map it is shown that this is up, this is down, fiber yahan kat gaya, all that management part. To complete end-to-end fiber planning, fiber implementation, and connecting the panchayats as a part of BharatNet project. Common service are BharatNet. Financial services, mapping of all banking infrastructures and assets. Your banks, business correspondents, CSCs, post offices, and identifying villages where no banking service is there, and then connecting with bank data, the government scheme data, to know which scheme is doing DBT transaction more or less. So transferring money directly into the account of farmers, for example. So which are the banks who are doing the best? So creating banking geospatial infrastructure at top of Bharat map and monitor, and each banks, including Grameen Bank, has been given its own app to update their branch. If their branch gets shifted, he can update online. If his branch got, you can say, suppose it is removed, so he can remove that. All that stuff as a part of backend workflow is part of this. This is the mobile app, Jan Dhan Darshak. You can download from Play Store or Umang platform. You can know which is the nearest bank, and also you can give your complaint if you find in your area that ATM is not existing. So you can give, then it will through a process and you'll get corrected. School, all 15 lakh plus schools, and then coverage has been mapped and integrated with UDI's database of Ministry of HR. Outbreak, containment zone mapping during COVID and all. So this has also been done. Smart city. This is one map, one city series, where from master plan, sectoral plan, cadastral plan, and utility plan has been georeferenced at 1:1000 scale, and drone survey has done. Course network has been set up for georeferencing to achieve the desired accuracy. And at top of that base map framework, we have created an application like monitoring of road cleaning vehicles, robotics, giving real-time data which vehicle is going on which route. If they, and their payment was also to link to the map service. So similarly, solid waste management. You can see this Greater Noida, one map, one Greater Noida platform. At least the citizen service part can be accessed. So large number of application, each house, each floor, every information is mapped and integrated. And it is closely binded with their ERP system to update real-time attribute data with map. So with proper scan. Kavarati Island, this 1:1000 scale with total DGPS survey. This base mapping is done by Survey of India, and for that, top of that, smart city applications has been created by us. This is for land use E30 geoportal for 66,000 properties of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs in Delhi. The 1911 maps of Delhi has been properly georeferenced in 1:1000 scales. Their dimension and errors will be corrected using Trimble Catalyst technology. You can connect with your mobile, a USB, an antenna. Your mobile app will give you the accuracy of centimeter on ground. So you can, so 1911 maps were having dimensional errors, clock maps होते थे, उनको digitize करके, then ground पे जाकर के उसको correct करके, all those things have been integrated, and property card has been given to owners usually. Slum rehabilitation in Bombay, large scale map with, in fact, through course network we have achieved ground accuracy of 7 millimeter for 5 feet by 5 feet slum. LiDAR data with backface LiDAR 360-degree view of each slum has been integrated. Access has been given to architect and developer to submit their schemes online, and that through a process that those schemes are evaluated by concerned decision maker कि कहीं दो scheme में overlap तो नहीं. Services are given to slum dwellers whether his unit has been included in their development plan, उसके against उसे कौन सा मकान मिलेगा उसको उस slum के against. So this is the entire platform for slum rehabilitation in Bombay. Vehicle tracking, and this vehicle tracking we are using what we call Vahan and fast tag data with the location. National Power Portal. I'm not going in detail about that. I will come to that application, e-Bill. Then Gram Panchayat framework for planning of Panchayat. I'm just skipping these things. All these layers, including we are integrating Bhuvan data in this, different special data sets from different sources, different planning tools,
4 बजे तो बंद
various schemes data integrated,
सारा डाटा
large scale data from drone survey integrated,
अभी वो खुर्जा मैडम नहीं कोई नहीं मिल गया
proximity analysis, settlement maps, rural electrification planning, model generation scenarios for land use land cover planning, various integration of unfit scheme, drainage mapping, solid waste management, all these integration data sets. The problem in Panchayat is I am having a tool, but who will teach Sarpanch to use it, to make actual difference on ground? So that is where district administration and university like TN, how to handle that Sarpanch to use these. That वर्कशॉप हो जाती हैं, सेमिनार्स हो जाते हैं, पंचायत के सरपंच को बुला लिया जाता है, उनको दिखा दिया जाता है, बट एक्चुअली जो प्लान पेपर पे आता है, डज इट रियली यूज इट? वो एक स्किल का एंड हैंड होल्डिंग का, इट्स अ बिग चैलेंज. हाउ मे बी सर्टेन लोकल लेवल एंटरप्रेन्योर फ्रॉम यू पीपल should come forward to create a local company and a startup company to build that capacity there to take this and handhold. So that is a huge challenge. All this AI ML, I can do solar light कैसे लगानी है, toilets कहाँ कहाँ होने चाहिए, I can do scientific planning, all those kind of things. But really, it is making difference. That is a big question, and I'm leaving it to young people how they should go about it. Planning in this is the rainfall information I'm integrating from IMD, forest cover from FSI, geomorphology for what we call groundwater prospects mapping, ecology for further decision making. Now, all this scientific data is available from Bhuvan and various sources, but to make it use and making a difference there is a challenge. 3D visualization. These are the list of advantages. Lot of advantages are there, benefits are there, but again, capacity building and skills. This is another system where it is a total platform of digital transformation, where environmental clearances, forest clearances, any industry, any development project will come to Environment Forest Ministry for coastal zone clearance, wildlife clearance, road wildlife area से तो नहीं जा रही है, इको सेंसिटिव जोन से तो नहीं जा रही है, या कोई आप रिसोर्ट बना रहे हैं या रेस्टोरेंट खोल रहे हैं, वो कोई एनवायरमेंटल कंडीशन को वायलेट नहीं कर रहा है. तो ये पूरा एंड टू एंड सिस्टम, इसमें हर स्टेज पे
4 बजे तो इनकी जियारत
previous not going. हर स्टेज पे GIS integrated. They will upload his area of interest KML, will know that automatically based on certain decision routes whether what kind of clearance is required. Then he will autofill certain information from GIS on common application form. Once he fill common application form, it will go to decision makers. There will be DSS tools. Decision makers will reject or accept. If they accept it, there are certain conditions of acceptance. Then it will go for compliance monitoring. So this is what end-to-end government to business system. So at every stage, GIS, image service mapping, whether it's related to coal mine project, whether it is related to road project, railway line project, PM Gati Shakti projects, every clearance will happen is happening through this.
राड आदमी तो बैठा हुआ
Not moving.
अरे क्या नाम है तेरा
This is what I have already.
उन जगह
Based on 3 parameters, he can get all decisions.
उसका डोंगल तो इधर है
then we can generate these kind of maps with details, even including details of villages. कौन से एरिया में किस तरह की यूनिट्स चाहिए. Automatically common application form will be filled. All decision support, all these layers, which is coming from multiple agencies, are integrated. More than 175 rules, decision rules database has been created, which is affecting 7,000 plus business process as a part of work. Now you see number of technologies being integrated in this process, from front end, database, GIS, MIS, the number of technologies, technology for document management, all so many technologies are getting integrated in this whole workflow. DSS, decision support system, complete proximity analysis. These are the analytical tools, query builder. Then there is another application called One District, One Product, Mango District. मुरादाबाद डिस्ट्रिक्ट की क्या फेमस है? ब्रास
में तो है.
So brass, one district, one product as a brass will be mapped here. Brass is not a food processing, but mango district, any horticulture crop district, so that the investor can use these maps to plan their food processing infrastructure in that district related to that particular crop, particular what we call for food processing. Amla, for example, like that. Soil health card, water bodies, extraction of features, crop zone mapping, agriculture analytics, agriculture land science holdings. This is what I was talking about, vehicle tracking. You know, all FASTag en route, vehicle tracking, there is a platform called e-way bill. जो ट्रक्स जाते हैं interstate, they have to pay e-way bill at a toll plaza every day. So their locations, amount paid, FASTag information with proper location is coming in real time and getting mapped here. And not going.
The pointer is not.
Yes. See, this is one specific case. Tax evasion case detected using this system. One e-way bill is generated from Tamil Nadu to Pune, but associated vehicle was intercepted by officer in Karnataka near Chitradurga. From this report, it has been found that vehicle was traveling from Karnataka to Pune and was never in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu GSTN number was fake actually, and goods was supplied by Karnataka person only. So this is what the benefit of integration. Yeah. So this is again aggregated level Vahan information. This is what in UP we have a Rahat portal where real-time services from IMD related to lightning data, rainfall data, cyclone are integrated, and map services coming from Bharat Map. NITM Pune is also giving their APIs on this platform. This is one example where we have used to check the physical accuracy and locational accuracy of toilets under Swachh Bharat Mission using AI/ML and deep learning techniques. These are the images uploaded through OMI Map by Panchayat and rural development functionaries. About toilet, there are 6 photographs with 6 different angles, and training sets has been created for with proper annotation and validation data, testing of data has done. This it has been identified whether it is a fake video, fake image, or it is a correct image based on certain criteria. Neural network algorithm for deep learning has been used. Some sample data checking, testing with validation tools. information has been given on mobile app. So web API service from Bharat Map was used to validate the location, and AI validation image accuracy, combining them, this is what the example has been set up. So it is a part of workflow. Even payment to beneficiary who is actually constructing toilet is linked to that. So finally, capacity building, there is a mission Karmiyogi by DOPT, which is talking about collaboration, and IRS, NRSC, NIC is already involved in creating some kind of course curriculum there. But I strongly feel that collaboration and involvement of academics and students in this new emerging technology area is very important. So all this, because ultimately geospatial surveys and data acquisition and delivery of services going to impact 2 to 3% GDP in coming years. And geospatial is not only GIS, it is not only remote sensing, it is technologies from survey and mapping, attributes from MIS, drone survey, and there are so many technologies together. So geospatial is a larger term in terms of definition. GIS, remote sensing, weather data, there are multiple components of it. So that way it requires a special skills, capacity building in university systems with proper collaboration. You can see that how many disciplines are involved in geospatial and image processing in this technology. Practically every discipline. So within university, all department, engineering department should collaborate and create projects within the same system so that you can take best advantage of this technology. This is again the depiction of the same thought. And this is the final conclusion which I have said. We need some kind of huge capacity building and skill development to serve the industry and market among within university and internal system to achieve the best. Thank you. Any question? Anybody can ask a question. You can feel free anything. How many people are working on JavaScript?
JavaScript कितने बच्चे हैं? और जब
Computer science people.
कंप्यूटर साइंस के हैं लोग यहाँ पे? तो जावास्क्रिप्ट पे नहीं काम किया?
अभी
पाइथन, PHP,
.NET.
उधर कुछ है? One person is there.
Okay. So I am open. Anybody needs map service and any kind of some proof of concept wants to create, we can help you. Okay.
Which your question?
Yeah, question. What is question?
सर जब पाइथन बैकएंड में यूज कर सकते हैं ऐसे वेबसाइट में
हाँ पाइथन यूज कर सकते हैं.
तो सर फ्रेमवर्क का यूज क्यों होगा?
हैं?
सर फ्रेमवर्क का यूज क्यों, लाइब्रेरीज का यूज क्यों किया गया?
There are specific Python libraries.
ये सर क्यों यूज किया गया सर, इसका कारण?
Python gives
सर
yes.
Python के अंदर libraries होती है, so
हाँ.
you have to use those in order to make some functions. Like machine learning की कोई आपको algorithm run करनी है, तो those libraries you have to install in Python, then you can use it.
ये जैसे PHP में लारावेल इसका हम लोग यूज करते हैं.
हाँ.
ठीक है, तो मतलब जो काम लारावेल में किया तो PHP में यूज कर सकते हैं.
मुझे नहीं आया. तो आप बैकएंड में Python यूज कर रहे हैं, तो फ्रंट एंड में HTML जावास्क्रिप्ट में कोड कर सकते हैं.
जैसे सपोज फ्रंट एंड में जैसे
आप बाद में बात करिएगा इससे. We will discuss after this.
See, there are specific libraries of Python. You can interoperate between front end HTML and JavaScript as she is saying. So there can be exchange protocols and Python library and even JavaScript library may there are specific special functions also which you can use it to join data, to buffer, to zoom in, zoom out, pen. They are all part of library.
वो बाद में बात करा देंगे 5 बजे के.
इसका यूज किया जाता है सर, उसमें मार्टिन पैडिंग सर उसमें
CSS.
और मैथमेटिक्स क्लासेस में भी होती है, कोई काम उस टाइम में भी कर रहे हैं दो बच्चे
The issue is you can do similar functions in multiple environments. Ultimately, you have to see where is the efficiency. And where is code is also more secure. So this is what the trade-off you have to see. You can discuss offline.
Oh, yeah, we can
Okay,
discuss later.
offline.
अगर पॉइंटर दे दे
Thank you
मैडम
very
को
much,
पॉइंटर
sir,
बता
for
देना
your
डायरेक्शन किधर है
reflective note and on very important topics.
बता अभी बता दे काम
So we are very much privileged to listen to the words of wisdom from scientists, and one of the senior scientists among us, Ms. Khushbu Mirza ji. She is senior scientist in NRSC ISRO Department of Space in New Delhi. She did her BTech from AMU, and she is working in RRSC North National Remote Sensing Center, Delhi. She has diverse 16 years of experience in developing software and hardware applications related to space technology, and she is working on applications of remote sensing technology for the societal benefit and more effective use of space technology in government ministries. Her expertise is in software development for remote sensing applications, mobile applications, machine learning, data science, etc. She has contributed in projects of national importance like Chandrayaan 1, SIS, DP, Gram Panchayat Spatial Development Planning, Naya, Naya Vikas, etc. She has been widely appreciated for being part of Chandrayaan 1 missions, being youngest team member of the prestigious mission. Her story is covered in various national newspapers. She has received ISRO Team Excellence Award for space-based information support for decentralized planning project in 2015. So I would like to invite her for a insightful address. Please, ma'am.
ये मोबाइल से दिया है
थैंक यू फॉर नाइस इंट्रोडक्शन। मैं देखती हूँ बहुत लोगों को नींद आ रही है, क्योंकि लंच के बाद बैठना मुश्किल होता है। वी शुड बी थैंकफुल दैट वीसी सर इज नॉट हियर। So I'll try to be brief. I will just cover on Indian space program and overview. I'm scientist at the Regional Remote Sensing Center, which is situated in Delhi, which is under National Remote Sensing Center of ISRO. So, Indian space program. Someone can tell me who is the founder of ISRO? Who is the founder of Indian space program? No. It's written there. The ISRO was founded, and it was in the year 15th August 1969. It is the space agency of Government of India, as you all know, and it is headquartered in Bangalore.
उसका होता
Started long ago. So in early days we used to carry the satellites and rocket on cycle. These are some of the pictures taken back then, and in Trivandrum, where you can see rocket. So these are the space center. These are the offices of ISRO, which are spread across the country. I am from Delhi. Sir Mathur sir, Alok Mathur sir and AC Mathur sir used to work in SEC Ahmedabad, and we have our headquarters in Bangalore. So Indian National Space System consists of launch vehicles. Some of the models are kept outside in the exhibition area. We have satellites, which are Earth observation and for Earth observation and satellite communication. And we have navigation satellites, and space science and planetary exploration missions are also carried out by ISRO. So here you can see the launch vehicle, PSLV. PSLV. Can anybody tell me what is PSLV?
Polar Satellite Launching Vehicle.
What is the full form?
Polar Satellite Launching
Yeah, very good. And then GSLV.
Geo Satellite Launching Geostationary.
Yeah. So we have these 3 rockets in operation these days. These are the 2 launch complexes in Sriharikota, from where the satellites are launched. You can see a picture of this. Both of the launch pads are covered.
Shri Harikota.
I won't go into the detail of PSLV. You can, I will leave my slides here. You can go through it later. But in a nutshell, it is a four-stage rocket. Take a payload to geostationary transfer orbit of the weight of 1.425 tons. And then comes GSLV, is a three-stage launch vehicle, and it can take up to 5 tons of payload to lower orbit. And then we have GSLV Mark III, which is a heavyweight vehicle. It can take up to 8 tons to lower orbit. These are the spacecraft, communication satellites, Earth observation satellites, scientific spacecraft like Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, Astrosat is there. Then navigation satellites, which are used by NAVIC. Experimental missions also we carry out, and small satellites like student satellites also we launch from Isro. So we will facilitate the launch through our launch vehicle. So these are some of the communication satellites depicted here and their applications. Earth observation satellites, like in the morning we were discussing about meteorological and climate data and Earth observation and agriculture forecast. So all these applications are possible because of these Earth observation satellites. These are the kind of data we are getting up to 1 meter, and better than also is available, but for the public which through our Bhuvan portal. So I'll come to that later. So we have two kinds of navigation systems, Gazelle, which is GPS-aided geo-augmented navigation system, which is used by the civil aviation ministry. And we have our own navigation system, IRNSS, in which 7 satellites are there, which are used for, instead of GPS, it will be coming in our mobile in the coming years. In the field of science and astronomy, we are also carrying out experiments using Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2 coming years. In the field of science and astronomy, we are also carrying out experiments using Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2, and Mars orbiter mission. You must have read in the newspaper that Mars mission has come to the end of life recently, and Astrosat mission is there. It is our space observatory. So Chandrayaan 1 was an international mission. All these countries collaborated together, and these are the payloads which were sent through this, and lots of data was collected, and research is still going on, and because of this only it was possible to identify hydroxyl molecules on the surface of Moon, on the polar region of Moon it was found. Chandrayaan 2 also, you all must be aware, the satellite is still working, the rover had some malfunction, but the satellite data is still coming to us, and today itself one study has come up that it has found sodium map, like sodium on the surface of Earth. They have published a study. So this is sending us very valuable data for research. And Mars orbiter mission. So here you can see the satellite golden color, that is the satellite, and this is the topmost portion of the launch vehicle. So satellite is kept there. This is called nose cone. So only this portion will remain, will go to the orbit, and it will be separated from the satellite there. So these are some of the pictures which were sent. Cameras which are there in the mission of Mars. Here you can see some of the volcanoes, highest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons. So these are very valuable data, and the scientists are working on analyzing, getting more information. What is also one of the very scientific mission, which is first multi-wavelength observatory in space. And Gaganyaan program is the one where we will be sending, ISRO will be sending 3 of the astronauts into the space in the low Earth orbit, and they will be there for 5 or 6 days, and they will come back here. This will be launched. So coming to the applications of the remote sensing, we are driven based on the need of the society for the national importance for the priorities like food security, water security, environmental and energy security, infrastructure development planning, disaster management, weather and climate. All this data we are disseminating through Google. So Bhuvan is a geo portal of Isro, which is can search Bhuvan, and you can browse it on your phone or your this is the home page which will appear. Bhuvan.nrc.gov.in is the website. So this is an open source geospatial solution. It has 2D and 3D visualization of the content and project specific GIS applications are there. Like we are working with many ministries, central government and state ministries, and all that project information, project data is available on this Google. We have thematic map displays and analysis tools, and we are also supporting the disasters in case of international or national disasters. So Bhuvan is helping the disaster management authorities. So it has huge amount of data which is available on this. You all can go through it and you can use this valuable data in your research project. Maybe I'm sure final year project students and third year students must be working on some project. So you can take up this data and you can start building on it and you can propose some projects. And because valuable information is there on this. So Bhuvan is a visualization platform. It is a platform for free data. The data is free for students, and there is also paid data, but mostly the data is free. And then it is a platform for building applications, and for states also we are developing applications. And it is a platform for mapping. You can map your also. So kind of data visualization it is there. It is from national to local up to terrestrial level it is there. So you can see here some images. So these are all available on Bhuvan. You can all visualize it freely. Um, Here historical data is also available. Here I have given example of Delhi International Airport in 2010 and what happened in 2014. So there is a 3D data and terrain profile information also you can get from one of the tools of the Google. For road network and navigation also we have this system. You can navigate from point A to point B using Google also. So hydrological data like basin information, micro watersheds, all this available on this platform. So major application sectors which we are targeting are water, agriculture, urban, gym and forest, which is used for planning and development in the country, asset mapping and inventory creation, etc. So there was a national meet in 2015. After that, lots of emphasis came to the ministries that they have to use Isro their day-to-day application. So after that, lots of projects came up, and around 160 projects we have accomplished, and the outputs are available on our Bhuvan platform. And we are supporting flagship programs like Chaman, Housing for All, Clean Ganga, Pragati. So for all these projects also, there is a page on the Bhuvan portal, and the corresponding data is available. Data downloads and thematic services. So, like this list 3 data, these are the satellite sensors. So, this data is available on Bhuvan, 23-meter resolution, hyperspectral data is there, Carto DEM, digital elevation model data. So, you can visualize it, you can use it in your projects, and land use land cover.